Good afternoon, everyone. I'm meteorologist Mike Masco in the ABC 40 Storm Track Weather Center. We are still tracking a tornado watch. We brought this to you around 1:30 this afternoon, and that will continue until 8 o'clock this evening. We have advertised the idea of some severe thunderstorms, and now the Storm Prediction Center feels that these storms may actually pack a few tornadoes during the course of the evening. Well, we're going to stay on top of it, but again, a watch in place. We do not have severe weather occurring right now, but the potential for some of these storms to pack out. So the core of this heat, and most of these spots will be hitting around 100 degrees later today, will start to push east, especially by Thursday and more so on Friday. And also look at these excessive heat warnings blanketed over 7-8 states from the northern plains, and this will actually start to be reissued for the Ohio Valley. And I think we'll go under an excessive heat advisory, if not excessive heat warning, as we head into the front later this afternoon going into the evening hours. We'll see some showers and storms breaking out over Franklin County, northern Berkshire County, and then as this front slides towards the south, we'll get those storms in here. Could turn severe for a period of time around 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, and then everything will start to push off the coast by tomorrow morning. Here's the heat. Now, this has been a big headline in the national news. Very hot weather and also humidity. This will be building in as we head into the latter portion of your week. So let's get back to the severe weather potential, and look at this. We're under this risk for severe weather with enhanced wordings from the Storm Prediction Center over the Bay State, going into interior New York State for some damaging lightning. We're also going to see some large hail and some strong gusty winds. Also the potential of maybe some isolated tornadoes. So we're going to keep an eye on it. Got to keep it locked on 40 during the course of the afternoon. All right, good morning. I'm Mike Masco. We are tracking the latest on Irene and some pretty strong thunderstorms moving through parts of the Hudson Valley. Details coming up next on ABC 40 News this morning. Look at the showers and thunderstorms developing. This is this tail, the squall line that's going to push into northern Florida later this afternoon. That's twister weather for the Gulf Coast states. So we're going to be watching this storm. Ton of juice with this storm. We're talking about 700 miles of precip. It's not snow just yet, but it's going to overrun some cold air. And as it pushes to the north, that's when it's going to tap into this colder air, producing a snow event. We're going to call it a moderate event right now. Generally 6 to 10 inches due in here by Wednesday night. A 120-mile-per-hour hurricane. Look at the new track from the Hurricane Center. See this? This is now the line situated somewhere over Boston, but notice the cone of uncertainty from Syracuse all the way out towards Nova Scotia. This will be an impact on the East Coast moving south to north. There's going to be one forecasting challenge ahead of us. It's this trough right in here. If this trough, we're going to call it the kicker, if it can be more towards the west, it's going to capture the storm and bring it more further north and west. That puts us on the stronger side of the system. That's stronger winds, maybe close to 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts with some very heavy rain. Remember, we have a soil very saturated, so additional rainfall could be big problems by Sunday going into Monday. So also a second scenario, at least suggested on our models, that if this is further towards the east, that'll just give us breezy conditions, but still banking on the idea. Really 15 minutes, and this storm's kind of slowly moving along at around 25 miles an hour towards the east. Beckett, you're under the gun for a pretty large storm at 306, Blandford 317, and also into West Hampton at around 333. So this storm again putting down vivid lightning and also the potential of some large hail. We've gotten reports, at least as per our radar system, of hen-sized hail. So that's very large hail just north of the Mass Pike. There's another cell for downtown Springfield that's getting going. We got to pay attention to that. That's a southern. Yeah, let's go over to Skycam, Lisa, if you have that. This is the shot, kind of hard to see, but the Skycam located what, south of this supercell thunderstorm? So it looks like we're okay right now. It is bobbling around a bit, so we are getting a little wind off this cell, but there's another cell developing down southwest of Hampden County, and that will make a run for 91 also. So we'll go back to radar again. Let's pop these towns up, Dan, and let's give us this update here. Again, looks like east about 30 miles an hour. So give us
Good morning. It is 9 minutes past the hour now, and hope everybody had a great weekend. It is Monday, and
Back to it.
Back to it, and we're seeing some rain today too.
We're going to see some rain. We're going to see some gusty thunderstorms later this afternoon. We got a whole lot of weather to talk about. Brett formed, by the way, in the Atlantic over the weekend on Sunday, so we got to talk about him.
That's tropical storm, right?
Yes, ma'am. And we're also going to talk about some extreme heat. I don't know if you've been following the national headlines, but it's just been amazingly hot out west. So we'll talk about that coming up in a second. We'll start you out with your hyper-local temperatures this morning, and we'll start you towards the north, which are into the 70s. Now 74, Goshen, Hawley at 74 degrees. We're checking into the 70s in most spots. There's Feeding Hills at 73, 71 in Chicopee. So the common number is really between 71 and 72 degrees. We do not have to look too far towards our north to find some showers and storms. In fact, right around Rutland, Vermont, New Hampshire split, this will be sliding towards the south and the east during the morning hours. We are going to take a line right along 91 on east. That's where we're going to see some showers and some thunderstorms this morning. I think to the west of that will remain predominantly dry. But you can see there's the cluster of showers and storms rolling to the south. We'll keep an eye on it, but this is not going to be our severe weather. Our severe weather is still up towards the north, and that's draped right along this cold front. Again, there's some cooler air to the north. We have some very warm, sticky air to the south, and that's going to be the ingredients for some severe thunderstorms later this afternoon. We'll put our future weather computer to work here, and we'll show you. There's that cold front. We will start to see some storms firing up after 2 o'clock. Looks to be some more widespread storms around 6 going into tomorrow morning as this cold front starts to push off towards our south. Then we turn our attentions towards the south and west. This is the heat I was just talking about. This will be expanding towards the east as we head into the latter portion of your week. And man, it is hot. Look at this. 85 in Dallas, a pair of 7 St. Louis, 81 degrees over the northern plains. And again, this heat will branch off and expand towards the east. Let's back it up and let's talk more about the severe storms later this afternoon. And again, some gusty storms expected. We are under the slight risk category from the Storm Prediction Center. And you notice this red area. This is the enhanced wording, or at least the most favorable spot. And this puts western Massachusetts in line for seeing some gusty thunderstorms. Could be some dangerous, vivid lightning, some large hail, a good possibility, and also the potential of some strong winds in excess of 65 miles an hour. So keep it locked on 40 during the afternoon. We have a lot to talk about, and again, the hits just keep on coming. Here's the tropics now. This is Tropical Storm Brett, formed yesterday afternoon. Winds now at 50 miles an hour, moving to the east at around 3. So it's kind of drifting just to the north of the Bahamas, and it will be tracking towards the north as of around a 65, 70 mile per hour strong tropical storm. Could bring some surf along the east coast, but the track, as you notice, kind of bends offshore, so that's the good news. So 90 degrees today, that's your storm track forecast. Hazy sunshine turns into some strong to severe thunderstorms, so keep an eye on our western sky. And there's some early storms tonight, otherwise we'll see some partly cloudy skies as we head after midnight. We're around 67 degrees. So your 7-day forecast, let's break it down for you. It's 90 today, hazy, hot, and humid. And again, some showers and thunderstorms, some of which could become severe. We'll keep an eye on that. It's a drier day, less humid, but still warm at 88 for tomorrow. 87 on Wednesday. We're actually going to start dry, Julia, but then the humidity is going to get going towards the latter portion of the afternoon, especially by the evening. It turns rather sticky. We go to 95 by Thursday and Friday. That's the heat that gets going. We could see some advisories and warnings being issued for excessive heat. So you want to, again, keep it indoor, close to the AC, and then beyond that, the weekend looks rather toasty. But again, it's the hazy, hot, and humid conditions for Thursday and Friday. That's the best potential. In fact, we were talking Minneapolis yesterday. Heat indices were coming close to 124 degrees. That's what it actually feels like. Wild.
That's awful. And I mean, I don't know if you really even pick up a breeze there. It's just kind of
a little breeze. It doesn't make a difference.
Doesn't make a difference with something like that. And you were saying, so if we do hit 3 days where it's over 90, that is that would be the third heat wave so far.
Would bring us to the third heat wave of this area, exactly.
All right.
All right.
Well, by now we should know how to beat the heat, right?
Yeah.